This may be the most important video you watch this year, and divine intelligence has guided you to this message precisely when you need it most. What you are about to learn will transform every prayer, every desire, every request you make to the universe for the rest of your life. Most people have been asking wrong their entire lives, which is why their prayers remain unanswered and their dreams stay locked in the realm of wishful thinking. You are about to discover the sacred science of divine asking that separates those who receive abundantly from those who beg endlessly. There exists a specific consciousness, a precise approach, and an exact method that compels the universe to respond with supernatural speed and miraculous demonstration. When you align your asking with spiritual law, receiving becomes inevitable rather than hopeful. The promise, "Ask and you shall receive," is not a gentle suggestion. It is divine law, as reliable as gravity itself. But this law responds only to asking that operates according to spiritual principles rather than human desperation. When you learn to ask as divine intelligence asks, your requests become commands that the universe cannot ignore. True asking operates from consciousness of already having received rather than consciousness of desperate need. When you ask from abundance, you receive abundance. When you ask from lack, you perpetuate lack. The universe responds to your state of being when asking rather than the words you speak in your request. Most people approach asking like spiritual beggars pleading for cosmic charity. They ask from consciousness of unworthiness, desperation, and doubt about whether they deserve what they request. This consciousness creates resistance that blocks divine response and perpetuates the very lack that inspired their asking. Divine asking operates from consciousness of spiritual royalty, claiming rightful inheritance rather than human poverty, hoping for miraculous intervention. You ask knowing that infinite intelligence desires your happiness and has already prepared everything needed for your complete fulfillment. Your role is to claim what divine love has already arranged rather than convince cosmic forces to provide what you lack. The biblical account of Hannah illustrates this principle magnificently. When Hannah desperately wanted a child, she understood that asking required more than emotional pleading. It demanded strategic alignment with divine purpose. Instead of simply asking for any child, Hannah specifically requested a son who would serve God throughout his life. She asked for the essence of what she truly desired, not just motherhood, but purposeful motherhood that would serve divine will. Hannah's strategic asking revealed profound spiritual wisdom. She recognized that the universe responds more readily to requests that serve divine purpose, rather than merely personal preference. Her asking aligned her desire with cosmic intention, creating the conditions that made divine response inevitable. Samuel became one of Israel's greatest prophets because his mother understood how to ask according to spiritual law. Stand in this truth of strategic asking and declare with absolute conviction, "I ask according to divine wisdom, and my requests align perfectly with infinite intelligence that delights in fulfilling righteous desires." Strategic asking begins with requesting the essence of your desire, rather than demanding specific forms that limit divine creativity. When you ask for financial freedom, rather than a specific dollar amount, you allow infinite intelligence to deliver abundance through channels you never considered. When you request perfect health rather than demanding specific healing methods, you open space for divine solutions that exceed medical understanding. Essence-based asking removes human limitations from divine possibilities. Your mind can only conceive solutions based on past experience and current knowledge, but divine intelligence possesses unlimited creativity and infinite resources that can manifest your desires through methods that surpass human imagination. When you ask for the essence, you invite cosmic creativity to surprise you with demonstrations that exceed your wildest dreams. This principle requires releasing attachment to specific outcomes while maintaining absolute faith in perfect results. You become clear about what you want while remaining completely flexible about how it arrives. This balance creates the consciousness that attracts miraculous manifestation because you trust divine intelligence to deliver what serves your highest good in the most beneficial way. Solomon demonstrated this principle when God offered to grant any request. Instead of asking for riches, long life, or victory over enemies, Solomon requested wisdom to govern well. His strategic asking for essence rather than form so pleased divine intelligence that he received not only unprecedented wisdom but also wealth, honor, and peace that exceeded every other king of his era. Solomon's example reveals that asking for spiritual qualities attracts material blessings as natural consequences. When you ask for wisdom, opportunities to use that wisdom profitably appear. When you request courage, situations requiring brave action manifest with rewards attached. When you seek love, loving relationships and loving circumstances flow into your experience effortlessly. Practical application of essence-based asking transforms every area of your life. Instead of asking for a specific job, request work that fulfills your purpose and provides abundant compensation. Rather than demanding a particular relationship, ask for divine love expressing through perfect partnership. Instead of requesting specific healing, claim perfect health that demonstrates divine life flowing through your body. This is where I invite you to revolutionize your approach to divine asking. In the comments below, write these words: "Divine essence expresses perfectly through all areas of my life." When you make this declaration, you release limited human thinking and invite unlimited divine creativity to work on your behalf. Your written commitment creates accountability while strengthening your faith in infinite possibilities rather than finite solutions. Strategic asking also requires understanding the difference between asking for divine intervention and asking divine intelligence to work through you. When you ask God to change your circumstances while you remain passive, you position yourself as victim, requiring rescue. But when you ask to become the person who naturally attracts desired circumstances, you position yourself as conscious co-creator, partnering with divine power. This shift transforms prayer from desperate pleading into empowered claiming. Instead of asking for money to appear mysteriously, you request the consciousness that magnetizes abundance through inspired action and wise decisions. Rather than begging for love to find you, you ask to embody the love that draws loving relationships into your experience naturally. The woman with the issue of blood exemplified this principle when she approached Jesus for healing. Rather than asking him to heal her from a distance, she asked for the consciousness that could reach out and touch divine power directly. Her internal asking, "If I may but touch his garment, I shall be whole," demonstrated faith that healing power was available to her through conscious contact with divine source. Her strategic asking revealed understanding that healing required her participation rather than passive reception. She asked for the faith and courage to reach beyond her limitations and make conscious contact with infinite healing power. Her asking aligned her consciousness with divine health rather than human sickness, creating the conditions that made miraculous healing inevitable. True asking eliminates begging consciousness that positions you as separate from divine supply. Instead of pleading with cosmic forces to provide what you lack, you claim conscious unity with infinite abundance that already contains everything you could ever need or desire. This shift transforms asking from external seeking into internal recognition of what already exists within divine consciousness. When you ask from consciousness of unity rather than separation, you discover that every authentic desire represents divine intention seeking expression through your individual experience. Your longing for abundance reveals infinite supply wanting to flow through your life. Your desire for love expresses universal love seeking individualized demonstration. Your request for healing manifests divine health, claiming expression through your body. Strategic asking requires examining your motivations to ensure they align with divine good rather than ego gratification. Requests motivated by love, service, and spiritual growth attract rapid response because they harmonize with cosmic intention. But asking motivated by fear, greed, or desire to harm others creates resistance because it contradicts divine nature. This examination process purifies your asking by removing motivations that block divine response. When you ask for prosperity to serve others more effectively, abundance flows freely. When you request influence to spread love and wisdom, opportunities for leadership appear naturally. When you seek healing to fulfill your divine purpose, health manifests as spiritual necessity rather than personal luxury. The persistent widow in Jesus' parable demonstrated another crucial aspect of strategic asking, maintaining faith regardless of delayed response. She continued approaching the judge with unwavering certainty that justice would eventually prevail. Her persistence revealed faith in ultimate success rather than doubt about divine timing. Jesus used this story to illustrate that persistence in asking demonstrates confidence in divine response rather than desperation about divine reluctance. The widow's continued asking showed faith that justice existed and would manifest when proper conditions aligned. Her example reveals that sustained asking indicates trust in divine timing rather than doubt about divine willingness. Practical persistence in asking requires maintaining faith during apparent delays while continuing to prepare for answered prayer. You keep asking not because you doubt divine response, but because sustained focus strengthens your consciousness and increases your capacity to receive greater blessings than originally requested. This preparation demonstrates faith that attracts acceleration in divine response. When you research investment opportunities while asking for financial abundance, you show readiness to receive wisdom along with wealth. When you study relationship principles while requesting perfect love, you demonstrate preparation to maintain the blessing you seek to attract. Strategic asking also involves requesting guidance about what to ask for, rather than assuming you know what would serve your highest good. Divine intelligence understands your ultimate needs better than your conscious mind comprehends your immediate wants. When you ask for divine direction before making specific requests, you align your asking with cosmic wisdom that sees the bigger picture. This humble approach to asking acknowledges that limited human perspective cannot always recognize what would truly serve spiritual evolution and ultimate happiness. You trust divine intelligence to guide your desires toward what would bring lasting fulfillment, rather than temporary satisfaction followed by greater longing. When you combine essence-based asking with pure motivation, persistent faith, and humble surrender to divine guidance, your requests become irresistible to cosmic forces because they align perfectly with universal intention for your complete fulfillment and joyful service. The universe delights in responding to asking that reflects divine nature, because such requests create opportunities for infinite love to express itself more fully through individual consciousness. Your strategic asking becomes partnership with cosmic creativity that seeks expression through prepared hearts and aligned minds. Biblical wisdom teaches that you have not because you ask not, and you ask and receive not because you ask amiss. These instructions reveal that both failure to ask and improper asking create unnecessary limitation in lives designed for unlimited blessing and abundant demonstration of divine goodness. Strategic asking eliminates both problems by ensuring that you ask consistently and correctly. You ask for what truly serves your evolution, while trusting divine intelligence to deliver what exceeds your imagination and serves universal good through your individual experience. Align with this divine partnership and proclaim, "I ask according to divine wisdom, and infinite intelligence responds with perfect provision that serves my highest good and greatest joy." Begin this moment by examining every request you make to ensure it aligns with strategic asking principles. Ask for essence rather than form. Request divine qualities rather than material accumulations. Seek consciousness that attracts desired experiences rather than passive reception of external blessings. Prepare yourself to receive what you request by developing the character, wisdom, and capacity needed to handle increased blessing responsibly. Study success principles while asking for prosperity. Cultivate love while requesting relationships. Build health habits while claiming perfect vitality. Most importantly, ask knowing that divine intelligence has already prepared everything needed for your complete happiness and perfect fulfillment. Your strategic asking simply claims what infinite love has already arranged for your experience, because you are infinitely loved, divinely guided, and destined for abundant demonstration of cosmic goodness. The universe awaits your strategic asking that aligns with divine wisdom and serves universal good through your individual blessing. Ask and you shall receive becomes guaranteed spiritual law when your asking reflects divine nature and serves cosmic purpose. Your answered prayers begin with your aligned asking.